right, cool. We're not even gonna do the starting soon. We're just going straight into it. Let's just jump right into it. No Philip DeFranco fans? Really? Really? No Philip DeFranco fans?
I mean, years ago.
Sorry, but my gift sub to your channel has expired, so I'm watching a muted Red Bull ad right now.
Oh. Well, I hope you enjoy the ad.
Well, it's muted and it's an ad, so no.
Okay, can someone call Oshio and hello, everyone? Shit, I need to plug in my computer. Shit.
Good thing no one's here.
Good thing no one's here, yeah. Good thing this isn't going to show up in the VOD or anything. Whatever.
It'll be fine. No one watches the beginning of the VOD anyways.
Yeah, nobody watches the beginning of the VOD, especially when there's no starting soon, and it just indicates that some bullshit is happening. But yes, hi. Why are you going on so... I'm sorry, Josie. I gotta sleep. Sorry, Josie. It's just we were going to start earlier, but I got distracted, and it's all my fault. And go sleep because it's late. And yeah, hi. Sure. I don't know, but welcome, one and all, to our wonderful episode. Which one was it? Our eight. To our wonderful episode 8 of Amara Angels. We are still waiting on one of our friends to come over, and but in the meantime, let me activate the hero points because I forgot about that. Because y'all need hero points, and the kill the PC. There we go. But yes, welcome one and all to a wonderful experience that is Amara Angels. I am here joined by... Yes, hero points are the channel points that you can buy and give players, or villain points. You can give them to me. And there it is. There it is. The wonderful Ocean X has graced us with their appearance. Hello, Ocean X, and everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I'm late. Yeah. This.
You better be sorry. So we get since the DM was more than 5 minutes late, we're legally allowed to leave, right?
This isn't school. What are you talking about? No.
No, the DM is 5 minutes late, so we legally get to level up to 20.
Oh yeah, legally get to level up. I forgot.
Yeah, one level per...
5 now. We're level 5 now. Go ahead and...
Yeah, one level per minute that I was late. Yeah, no. Okay, hi. So I am going to skip introductions. Just going to say this is Ocean X. Say hello to Ocean
everyone.
X. Then there's Raining Blades. Then there's Savian. And then there's... what the fuck is your name? Spyro Proxy, yes. And yes.
And there's just a bunch of these assholes.
And, yeah, there's me, and then these assholes. But yes, hi. In the last episode, you returned and you deliver the quest, and then you try to scam the quest giver out of the loot that you desperately try to get.
We just wanted a fair deal.
Yes, sure. There was also some dispute about a magical ring that someone wanted you to sell, but you didn't want to sell, but someone wanted you to sell, and then you insulted the... you got very insulted. And then at the end, the spirit from the stone that the wonderful Violet transferred into one of her cards came with information from his deal. Yeah, don't worry about the horror stream, it's fine. Josie, you redeem the channel points. It's in the channel points. If you want to
you redeem the thing that says hero point, and you say give it to the players,
or give it to the DM. You can also say give it to the DM. But
Oh yeah, you guys also have to click on. If you click on the channel points thing, you'll see at the top it says horror stream.
But why?
Click
No.
on that and click
Why would you do
contribute
it? Why
max
would you do any of
points.
that?
just no. Also, thank you for the follow. Hi, welcome. Potato, yes, potato. Potatoes. Don't have 2K yet. Well, you'll get there. But Harsin, the spirit that was now is in one of the cards, informed everyone, because now everyone can hear Harsin. Hey, how you doing? About the location of another third of his soul, which is in the place called the Temple of Bones. And that's where we ended the session last time. And we return with Violet and everyone hearing this information from Harsin. Returning right where we left it. Hey, you ever heard about a place called the Temple of Bones?
Oh god.
Can we roll history?
You just heard about it.
Yeah, you
From
literally
the
you literally just heard about it. So, what the archaeologists said is the Temple of Bones is an old a temple, as the name implies, where Master's hero point privilege revoke after the TPK. No. Never revoke my hero point privileges after a TPK. It's fine. It's not exclamation point coins, it's exclamation point gold, Ochio. But yes, the information you got about the Temple of Bones is from the archaeologist. It was very vague. He said it was an old temple where currently, and for a long time now, the temple has been surrounded by this miasma, kind of similar to the miasma from the surface world, but it also contains a bunch of undead that currently attack and kill anyone that attempts to get close. It's a very nasty, no good, no bueno place. Yes. That's what you heard from the archaeologist, at least.
We've unfortunately heard of it.
Oh, okay. That's good. If you heard about it, you see the little card move as he's talking. If you heard about it, then you can just hop, skip, and get to it, and you can get my other third of the soul. Pretty simple, huh?
Well, question.
Yeah. Also, pleasure to meet you. I don't think I ever talked to any of yous girls before. My name's Harsin. It's a pleasure. How you doing?
Thank you very much for saving us. The other day, really appreciate that.
Oh, ain't no problem.
I do have to ask though. So this Temple of Bones, it belong to you, right?
Yeah. Well, not belong to me, but that's where we used to place the where people used to place people that were killed by the demons that wanted to, fight in the help a little with the how should I put this?
I understand.
The demonic problem.
I understand. But regardless, that you were very involved with that place, so it's probably safe to assume that the masses of undead and the miasma we've heard about that surround the place, something to do with you?
Oh, I don't know anything about that. There's
Oh.
Well, there were undead because I used to go there and make the undead, but there's miasma. That's new.
Apparently it's it's a very dangerous place. Apparently, I was kind of hoping you'd say, "Oh yeah, those undead are mine," and I can just tell them to move out the way, and we can just go there easy. But if that's not the case, then this might be quite difficult.
She'll be fine. I don't think it'll be a problem.
Is there anything you can tell us about this miasma and undead? Do you have any idea why they might be there if they weren't your doing?
I mean, the undead, I suppose, undead are naturally made. Could be. You know the unconsecrated theory.
I'm not really a necromancer myself, so
You don't need to be a necromancer.
Has Violet heard of this before?
I'm gonna
Does you
say.
know as well?
I'm gonna say everyone except for the little rogue can roll an Arcana.
Arcana, ooh.
ooh.
That is not
First
something
roll
I'm
of
good at.
deception.
You sure this isn't, a history check?
You know what? Now that
Or-
you say
or-
that, I'm very sure it's an Arcana.
Or
It's
or
not,
religion?
You sure it's not a
because it-
persuasion or
I'll allow.
intimidation
You know
check?
what? I'll allow a religion.
Thank you.
15.
Oh, that's a pretty good roll.
Okay. 4.
Yay!
You're the worst cleric that has ever clericked.
I'm a doctor.
Undead, what's that?
When does the party build the nuke? Just wait until the artificer gets to level, I don't know, 10 maybe. It should be enough for the artificer to build the nuke.
No, it's earlier than that. When do I unlock fireball?
Oh, fucking hell. But yes, I'm gonna say Violet. Yeah, Violet. Since you have actually a lot of connection with spirits and whatnot, you actually heard about this. So, from what you've heard in stories and read in books, there's essentially 3 ways of creating undead. The first one is through just pure necromantic magic. You have a spellcaster who specializes in either necromancy or knows a little bit of necromancy, and they will walk up to a body and just reanimate the corpse. Another way is for unholy or unconsecrated grounds, like places where either there was this big battle where lots of people were murdered, like places of executions, anything that has like bad vibes in general, and there was a lot of deaths, and there are bodies that were either cremated or put to rest by lights of the holy religion. You know that sometimes those necrotic energies begin to suffuse into the bodies and the ground, and naturally spawned undead may appear. And then there's the third option, which you don't know. There's actually no information about this, but you do know that there exists a third way of creating undead, but you don't know.
Sorry, I was muted. I was going to speak up and kind of say it's one of 3 ways, or I guess methods that undead can be created. Essentially, if a lot of death or otherwise bad things happen, then
Bad juju.
atmosphere itself is kind of poisoned and necrotic, and the undead just get created on their own. Outside of any one individual's influence.
I wouldn't say poison. It's just, spirits are and undead are created because they have unfinished business. That's what we in the trade like to say. It's unfinished business. That's all. Maybe the
regrets.
What?
Regrets.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. So, you gonna go to the Temple of Bones? Get my other part of the soul, eh? Huh?
And what are we supposed to do about this miasma that surrounds the whole area?
I don't know.
That's
Hold your
apparently
breath.
very
It's
dangerous.
not really, it wouldn't really be in your interest for us to just kind of, walk over there and just die. So,
Yeah, well, maybe you can hold your breath. I don't know.
For hours.
I don't know. I was stuck in a stone for like a 1,000 years, so you know. I'm gonna say this: there's magics that can probably help you with that.
I suppose we could do some research and try and pin down exactly how we could possibly get around it. But I mean, I don't even know. I mean, either might not have much luck here in Blainport. Maybe in Griffin Crest, there could be some people who are familiar with the area since it's close by.
You can ask that cleric.
That's true as well.
Or the enchantress.
No.
Immediate answer: no.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Well, I'm, for my own reasons, I am somewhat interested in investigating this Temple of Bones. As to my knowledge, if we just put aside the fact that there are undead and miasma around it, it's a very old structure which has been relatively untouched by mortal hand in a very long time, which means it's probably there's probably some pretty nice things in there. I think I wouldn't mind,
Also,
it'll probably be worth our while if we do find a way in.
also hero point from Lightning, just for the players.
Thank you.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Thank you,
thanks,
Lightning.
Lightning.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
See,
Unfortunately.
see, everyone. That's the only way you can give hero points is by saying for the players
No.
along with it. That's the only way.
But yeah, well, I don't know about what's left. The last time I was there, it was just full of corpses. So I don't know. It's been a long time. I don't even know how long it's been since I was up and running. If you know what I mean.
Well, what out of character before I ask this, what does this world run on, like a year? And you said there's obviously the ages,
Yes.
right? But does it have like a year system, or does it just have the ages?
It just has the ages, and each age starts with the number of years. So this is if I remember correctly, the 112th year of the Lele age.
Are the
Okay.
ages specified lengths, or it's just when something big happens? They're like a new age.
It's whenever a demon king is defeated, there's a new age that is named after the hero that slew that demon king. So every new
Gotcha,
age
so-
is marked by by the death of a demon king.
Gotcha. So even if we knew how many ages has been since there, we don't know. You wouldn't necessarily know how many years in each age, or I guess we might. But
Well, you might
could find out, but-
yeah, depends on how good your history is, and records and whatnot. So yeah, so you do know that it's the Lele age, and you remember the archaeologists say that it was the ruins where you found the stone date back to either the end of the Millen age or the start of the Leyland age.
which would have been how many
Which would have been
ages years ago?
from what the archaeologists said, around 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, you've been in there for give or take 2,000 years.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's I ain't gonna lie, that's a little bit to take in. That's a little bit to take in.
We'll feel free to think long and hard and silently about that. So maybe we could.
Listen, girl. If you want me to shut up, you just tell it to my face or the card.
So I keep talking to everyone else. So
Okay, that's how
maybe
we
we
doing.
could talk
Okay,
to-
okay.
Maybe
Just-
we could talk to the. Alright. Sorry. Maybe we could talk to the church again, and then maybe get directions over to Griffin Crest, and make our way over there and conduct some research in the bigger city. I mean, like I said, they might have, it's closer by, so they probably know more about people who know more about it, or might even be people who have journeyed there before or regularly, even if not to the temple itself, the general area.
I think that's a good idea.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'm a doctor, so you know.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Trust me, I'm a doctor. Okay. Um, very well. So, are you heading to the Church of Light? Is that it?
Yeah.
Heading back to the Church of the Cornerstone Bell. Okay. So you start heading. Actually, let me change to Blainport. There we go. There we go. So you start heading down to Sherry Shade, to that whole district. And you do see at this point it actually starts to snow very lightly, but it's not hot enough for the snow to pile up. So whenever it starts reaching the ground, it immediately melts. But it's actually a pretty sight as it starts to fall down. You're getting into winter. You're getting into the colder months. Pretty soon, and it's getting colder. But pretty soon, you're starting to you know that it'll get so cold. You're just gonna have to wear plenty of layers, and snow is just gonna pile up everywhere. You have a little bit of time until then, but not too much. And you start heading towards you start going through Sherry Shade. You see a lot of people, the Goliaths and dwarves of this land. They are moving around, going about their business. It's still the middle of the day, and then you see the bell, the large bell in the tall bell tower of this church. You get there, and you see a couple of dwarves, or by the entrance, seem to be repairing the archway. There's this scaffolding that they set up. They seem to have set this up like this morning. They are beginning some repairs, and you do see priestess. Sorry, a lumen. For reference, a lumen is it's basically a priest of this of the Church of Light. So the head of a specific church is usually referred to a lumen. So you do see lumen Helga Goldfinder currently giving directions and keeping an eye on the dwarven builders that are fixing the archway.
And she's the one that we talked to originally, right?
Yes.
How's your Goldfinder?
Yes, the one that you gave some generous donations to.
Of 1 silver.
Well, anything is appreciated.
Silver's total.
What donation?
Indeed. So, what do you do? How do you approach her?
Azure just walks up to her.
Follow.
Okay, what do you
Cars
say?
there too. I mean,
Hello?
See, she slowly turns to look up at you. Oh, it's you lot. Hello there.
Miss Salsa, we have a question for you.
All right.
You see, we're going to the to the Temple of Bones.
You see her.
And,
She immediately raises her eyebrows. Oh, are you now? Okay.
And
Should I arrange for the funeral rites now, or do you have a more select time that you want me to do that?
that's what we are trying to avoid.
Aye. Just
could we-
staring at you.
Could we ask you if I can't do this, Valdos, I'm sorry.
Do you know anything about the area or the miasma that's apparently surrounding it? Is that something within the church's knowledge?
First of all, is your fan okay? She points at Azure.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
A bit of an anxious one, aren't you? You actually see she digs into her to a pouch that she has, and then she produces this little piece of candy. Have a little candy to soothe your anxieties.
Azure just stares at her. I'm not a child. I don't need candy.
I am.
I will take.
All right, she just gives it to Sherry. No problem. You know, you do know you don't need to be a child to eat candy. And she takes out a piece for herself and just pops it into her mouth. Sweet grape flavor.
It's bad for you.
What are you talking about? Bad for me. Ah,
Do you know what's also bad for you? Miasma.
aye. Alright. Calm down now. So,
Sherry is eating a piece of candy.
it's grape flavored. It's it's really good. It's really sweet. And so, right, the Temple of Bones. So, as far as I know, a couple of priests a few centuries ago tried to go to the Temple of Bones and try to purify the place. So, before this miasma thing started to surround the temple, there were undead that were walking out and about. And there was a lot of worries about that. So a few centuries ago, the Church of Light organized a few lumen to go in and try to purify the place. They started a ritual, but apparently some undead were a lot more intelligent than others. They started causing a bit of a problem with the ritual. They started messing up the ritual quite badly, actually. The result is they reversed the purification exactly into the complete opposite of it, releasing this undead cloud that currently just floats around. That's the story, I know. It's not a poison per se. It's more like the cloud itself leeches your life force.
Oh, so
Spooky.
So have
Yeah.
people
Indeed, Shani.
gone exploring there, been there since this miasma formed?
I believe a few of the guilds have tried to do expeditions into it, but I don't know if they've gone too far.
Would they even have a means of resisting against this miasma, or do they just tough it out?
Oh no, that's well. You can try to tough it out. I'm pretty sure. It's if you're strong enough, you might be able to last for a while in there. If you're not strong enough, you're just gonna be passing out, I believe, or dying. If you pass out in there and nobody's there to drag you, you're gonna die. But I believe there's some magical abilities that might allow you to resist it.
Yes. Which one? Which ones?
I don't know. Whatever protects you against anti-life energies.
Ah.
Do you know if the Darla just kind of like butts in a bit. Do you know if the you said it's not poisonous, but is the this miasma is it are its effects caused merely through skin contact, or is it from breathing it in?
You see her pause for a moment. I've only heard stories, so this is all secondhand knowledge. It seems like just being inside the cloud itself will start having an effect on you.
That's a bit more troublesome.
Has Violet heard before of any like magics to counteract like anti-life effects like that, like she described? Even if she doesn't know that any of herself.
Well, that would be an Arcana check.
Azure asks.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Ooh.
Azure asks if this prayer would be one such magic. I'm linking it. Why can't I link it? There you go.
Protection from good and evil. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you started. Oh, that one. No. That'll protect you from the undead inside, but that won't protect you from the cloud itself. No. That's a good one to go in there, though. The undead are gonna cause trouble if the cloud doesn't get you.
Yeah.
Violet, you have no
idea.
clue. No idea. What could possibly help something like that?
Well, thank you so much. We're moving towards what's it called? Griffin
Crest.
Griffin Crest.
Griffin Crest.
If you go talk to Gimbal, you might be able to get something. He's a smart cookie, and he has plenty of tools that might help. The girls usually work with him.
Yes. We'll consider that.
Hey,
Do you know? Is there any, typically safe way of getting towards Griffin Crest, like a road of sorts, or
well,
how do people usually travel back and forth between the two?
well, Griffin Crest. There's two ways of getting there. There's one, if you wanna go the more direct route, you're gonna go through the forest. There's the Goodwoods up to the northwest of Blameport. If you go through the Goodwoods, you might be able to reach it if you have someone that knows how to orient and pathfind. And if you're good at finding the trails, you might reach it in about a day. Possibly a few hours less. The route people usually take is through the grass fields between the Goodwoods and the Razorwoods. It's a wee bit more of a little bit more of a distance, but typically safer. There's also, actual roads that you can follow.
How long does that typically take?
Through the roads. day and a half, 2 days if you're taking your leisure.
Okay. Thank you very much for your help. It's much
Aye.
appreciated.
Well, the church also appreciates your donations, and she extends her hand and smiles.
Violet will hand over 5 silvers.
Ever will give a yellow smile and pay 1 silver.
Okay, she looks at the other two.
Sherry will flip a silver over to her.
She catches it with expert hands.
Gala as well, then.
Okay, he takes. The church always appreciates your donations, and be sure to come around and do a little praying sometimes. The light always welcomes the faithful.
Right, yeah. Sure.
She turns around and looks at the workers. Oi, you louts! What are you doing? Keep working! What do I pay you for? She just starts shouting at them. So, what do you do now?
Well, I guess if we have all our supplies, we should
Did
get
we want to
going.
pick up more rope or anything else that we used up in our last adventure?
I wouldn't mind. I mean, I don't know if it's worth seeing if I could. I'm looking to get some better armor since I couldn't before, but I'd still like something a bit more, a bit thicker, right? So might be worth seeing if there's a blacksmith here, but they did say that the blacksmith over in Griffin Crest is particularly good, or at least good enough to handle.
You do know that there's Vimax Outfitters, which is a Goliath blacksmith, who is in town in Blainport. But you also know that there's a dwarven mastersmith in Griffin Crest.
Sounds like it's not exactly far until Griffin Crest, so we could just wait until we get there, really.
Yeah, and if we take the roads and take it safe, knock on wood, but
seems like
hopefully
it's
it
not
should be
exactly,
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got. There we go.
So maybe we head over to Griffin Crest and then we knock out any shopping we want to do there.
That's an option.
Get any improved armor, stuff
Yeah.
like rope or more rations for the trip and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I still have
Right.
the orc rations.
that's true.
You have a lot of work rations.
It's true.
I have 6 on Azure.
Well,
I only have 4.
You're welcome to eat those if that's what you're
I did
interested
write
in.
down in the orc ration.
I think it's interesting.
Or I might just add
To-
it into my base ration.
Alright, so let's get a move on, I guess.
It is, I'd say, around 2 p.m. Between 2 and 3 p.m.
We could probably head out, make camp, and then continue, and maybe we'd get there by. If it takes like a day and a half or so, then maybe get there by the end of the day tomorrow, and then we could
The
find
next day,
lodging
yeah.
and then start our day in town.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Alright,
Okay.
alright. So,
All right.
you start heading to the gates of Blainport. As you head towards the gates of Blainport, you start to notice there is an individual that when you start getting closer, that's been waiting by the gates, and when you start getting closer, this individual kind of perks up and he starts approaching, and you notice it's a half elven individual. Seems to be wood elf in blood, but you kind of can't decipher what the other half might be.
Oh shit, we didn't go back to the archaeologist. I just remembered. Wait, did we? I'm sorry.
Oh, you didn't.
Do what?
To get
Oh,
your
to give the ring. Oh,
to
yeah.
get to
Oh.
no, you gave him the ring, but you need to get the shield and the sword back because he said he'd be studying it, but he said he'd be studying it until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, I guess we'll wait until then.
Oh wait, so he gave it to us. We gave it to him today, and he said we need to wait
Yes.
till tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, in that case, we probably do want to just stay the night.
Okay. So instead,
Yeah.
but we can still play this out instead of the gate. It's as you get to the inn, because this person was going to find you anyway.
Okay. We got a stalker on our
Spooky.
hands.
Spooky, yes. You see this individual. He has a red cloak with a golden trim and has a very beautiful face. Not, pure-blooded high elf beautiful, as, the high elves set the standard for beauty in a lot of the cultures. But it's a rather attractive gentleman. Seems to be late 20s, early 30s, or the equivalent for whatever blood this half elf has. And he approaches you with a big smile. Oh, good afternoon. May I have a word with the intrepid adventurers that have braved their might against a clan of orcs recently?
No.
We know who we're talking to.
Oh, yes, of course. My apologies. My name is Zephan.
It's nice to meet you, Zephran. I'm Gala.
He gives
I'm
eager.
Azure. I'm not Azure. I'm Violet.
You're Azure?
No,
Oh,
I'm sure. We've been over this.
I go, yes. It is a pleasure to meet you. He looks at the other ones to see if they're introduced themselves. He's just being smile and polite.
Hi, I'm Sherry.
You are, wonderful. It is wonderful to meet you.
Seems word travels quickly.
Oh, yes, quite. Well, Blainport is a small town. It would seem
It's fair.
that...
It's fair.
Yes, and whenever outsiders come around, a lot of people tend to like to share this, whatever information they can provide, and people such as myself are usually looking for such information. May I ask...
You'll be looking for us.
Yes, well, may I ask you a couple of questions about your most recent adventure?
By all means.
Might I interest you in some wine and some food? Well, on my coin, of course, while we discuss this information.
Certainly. At least I'm not opposed.
Can I insight check to get general vibes of this
Sure.
guy?
Give me an insight check.
Gala's like free food, free wine. Hell yeah.
That's very Malus Goblin of you. Well,
Wait, isn't it like goblin culture in Amara? Something about sharing food and
yes, sharing food is very important, and it's also very important who your family shares food with before sharing with you. So,
Okay.
if someone you consider family shares food with another goblin that isn't you before sharing that food with you, it's considered a high insult and treason. And goblins have gone to war for such things, or pouted and been very very angry.
brooded or
Yes.
Okay.
For a
Well,
tantrum.
Yes. Yes. But that's 19 inside. Yes. So what you do notice about this guy, he is, well, a great salesman in that he has that almost perfectly genuine smile that it makes even you question if it's genuine or if it's just a fantastic act. But he is being very polite, and he clearly wants to hold your interest and your good favor, at least for the time being. You don't sense any malicious intent, at least as you're looking at him, as you've been hearing so far.
May I ask why you want to talk with us about that?
Well, I have a little bit of information that I wish to learn for my own personal reasons and the reasons of some individuals I have worked with. I promise it won't be anything intrusive, anything too private.
And then I promise I won't let any of my friends say anything unless you say those reasons. It's really shady.
You have to understand, there's private matters that are sensitive to individuals, and some individuals do hold some influence, and they wish to remain anonymous, and some information can, unfortunately, make it obvious what their identity might be. But I promise it's nothing illegal.
We can decide whether to share it with you based on what is he asked. I'm sure. I mean, we might. He's offering over to discuss this over food, so why not?
Of course.
Take him up
What
on
if
that,
I
discuss
pay
this
for your
over food.
dinner gala?
Well, that would be nice, but you did offer wine as well. You offering wine?
I offer wine.
I
mean, that's tempting. But, I mean, this man's only been nice to us. I don't see why we can't hear him out.
You are welcome to not answer any questions I make. I am not forcing you. This is not an interrogation. I am sorry if it came off as that.
No,
It came off as a weird man offering four strangers wine and food in exchange of questions
Yes.
to some unknown entity.
My friends can be a bit overly cautious. I apologise.
In your line of business, I can appreciate the caution. I assure you, it won't be anything intrusive, and it's nothing illegal of any sort.
The least we can do is hear him out.
I suppose.
Yes. Would you accompany me to the Hungry Lodge? The tavern is nearby. I believe you're staying there.
Sure.
How do you know that?
There are literally 2 places to stay in this town, and I highly doubt you're staying at the other one.
Okay, got me there.
Yes.
And she goes,
I know this town very well. I've been here for a couple of decades. But yes, you accompany him to the Hungry Lodge. You get there, you do see the tavern keeper, the tall female Goliath. She looks at you, sees you enter. She points towards a table for you all to sit down. And then you do notice she looks at Zephyr. She quirks up her brow and gives him a nod, and he nods back. and then she goes around to, go serve everything else. Another maid, a young dwarven lass, no beard, but half-shaved head on one side, golden locks flowing on the other one. She's like, "What can I get you?" And immediately he goes, "We'll have 4 pitchers of wine, and whatever you're serving in the..." You see him take out something in his hand and put it in her hand, and when he pulls back, you see a gold coin in her hand. "And whenever the chef is in the mood for cooking today..." She looks at you. Pockets the coin. "Very well, sir." And she walks away. It's been a while since I've come to this establishment, but it always brings me a good feeling. I hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Been quite pleasant, really. I mean, apart from, the adventure you spoke of that we went on, in which, we did nearly die, but I suppose that's in the business. But, the actual town itself, of course, is quite nice. I haven't really been this far north so much before, so it's interesting.
Now, well, I haven't seen goblins around here in a long time, so it's quite wonderful to see someone of your kind again. I used to have, if you don't mind me just going down memory lane for a little bit, I used to have a fairly great relationship with a couple of goblins when I used to work down south. It was, what was the tribe called? Pear Tree? Something Pears. You do have a peculiar name scheme sometimes for your clans, but yes, wonderful individuals.
I think I've met a couple of pear trees before.
Really?
Mostly we're goblins and myself. We're relatively insular. We know everyone in our family, but kind of outside that, you don't really meet other goblins outside your tribe as much. I mean, unless you're a city goblin. So I've met some, but even so, most of your relations are with your family, aren't they?
Yes. I was actually under the impression that you were a city goblin. You are unlike any of the tribal goblins I've encountered. Not that there's anything wrong with that. The ones I've known are lovely, but you seem...
Well, I've spent a lot of my time in the city, so probably more so than other goblins like me. So
of course, that explains it. My apologies for not for assuming. And at this point,
right.
the 4 pitchers of wine arrive, with each giving you a glass. These wooden cups that are brought to you. Drink. The food might take a little bit, but would you mind if I start asking you the few questions?
Of course. I was going to take a drink.
Ah, yes, wonderful. So, I believe you encountered some blood orcs, otherwise known as fell orcs or red orcs. That is correct, yes?
That they were indeed red, so I would assume that's the kind of orc that you're referring to.
Yes, of course. During your encounter with them, I believe, from what I've heard, the fights were brutal, and you actually managed to come away with some berserker brew, correct?
I was going to look at the others, and then we did, yeah.
Wonderful. What you've collected from the orcs, did they bear any symbols, any marks that might identify their tribe?
From what we
Did we
it's hard to
notice anything?
Azure has an orc tusk necklace.
You have an orc tusk necklace? Do you show the orc tusk necklace?
Yeah, but she's squinting at the guy and then pulls the orc necklace and leaves it on the table.
No, wonderful. May I see then? May I pick it up?
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. And he picks it up and starts. You know, when someone doesn't really want to touch something, but they have to, so it's just really. He takes out a cloth and picks it up between his fingers with the cloth on top. Just lifts it up with just the very tips of his fingers and starts rotating it. Ah, there it is. Do you see here? And he turns it towards you, and you see this mark that seems to be basically a carved tusk piercing into the symbol of the sun. It almost seems like the symbol of the Church of Light, but there's like a tusk piercing into it.
I would assume that's some sort of tribal symbol.
Ah, yes.
Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, indeed. So, in case you are new here, so I should inform you there are three fell orc clans currently living in Hanma on this island. One of them is, and he points to the symbol with the other finger. One of the biggest ones. This is the Blood Tusk tribe. They are quite organized for orcs, and I've been gathering information about them after certain events that took place over the last. I'm gonna say 2 years, more or less. Not a full 2 years, but more or less. So these orcs that you encountered, did you happen to fight or possibly kill any orc that bore metal armor of any kind?
Was the big berserker dude we fought that we got the potions from wearing metal armor?
I'm pretty sure the boss guy had metal armor.
Yeah. You had half plate, I believe.
We did,
The shaman
yes.
didn't, right?
Sorry.
The shaman didn't have any of.
The shaman didn't. No.
Okay.
Oh, you did. Wonderful. Did you also encounter a shaman?
We did, yes.
Interesting. May I inquire
Is that
what? And as he's about to ask, you see the big Goliath woman approach. Foot served, and you go, "Oh, that was fast." Thank you, Alkan. And she looks down and just starts putting down the food. So currently, today's meal is lamb casserole with onion. So she puts down this big pot in the center, and then a few plates, and a couple of loaves of bread, and she goes, "Enjoy your meals." And she turns around and starts walking away. "Oh, before anything else, please serve yourselves. Eat as much as you wish."
thank you kindly? And Gala will tuck in.
All right. Anyone else eating, or is
Cherry's gonna eat.
all right?
I mean, Violet didn't get any malicious vibes on him earlier, so he's gonna eat.
Okay. Azure?
After Violet eats, Azure starts eating.
Okay.
Sheep.
Yeah, just looking. Okay, she's eating.
Wait, what is the food again? I forgot. Sorry.
Lamb casserole with onions.
Okay, so She's not gonna eat it. Sorry.
Oh, she's not eating it.
She's
Okay.
going. She's when the woman drops
The pot, yeah.
the food, she will whisper to her to, can you bring a salad, please?
Do you mind not actually
okay.
whispering, because it barely heard that?
Yeah, I was. She'll whisper to get a salad, if possible.
She like frowns at you. Uh-huh. Sure. And the half elf Zephyr goes, "Oh, my apologies. I didn't know you were a vegetarian.
I'm not. I just feel like eating a salad.
Pescatarian?
No. I'm a doctor.
Sure. All right. Very well. Please bring her the most amazing salad your chef can provide." And they go to get it. Right. As I was saying.
More casserole for me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yes, please eat. I will not partake myself. I'm not hungry, but this is all yours. As I was saying, what valuables did you manage to collect from the shaman and this metal-wearing orc? Did you find anything of value from them?
Well, we found the, as you mentioned, obviously there's these berserker brews. So
Yes.
so
Yes. Before anything else, have you tried the Berserker Brew? Do not drink the Berserker Brews.
oh yeah, don't worry. We went to a we went to someone who could tell us what they were, and we were informed of their particular effects.
Oh, good.
Certainly
Good.
unique.
Good heavens, that would have been. That could have been tragic.
Thank you for the concern, though.
No, of course. So, what else?
Well, obviously there's the necklace. That quite a few of them had sort of these little trinkets, but I don't think we picked up most of them, since they're not as they're not worth as much to us. But
we were in quite a hurry when they were attacking us, and we had to end up fleeing as quick as possible. Most of us were down.
If you're interested, we're not sure if they're all gone, but quite a large number of them are, and so they might still be there. They might not. We didn't check. We kind of left in a hurry. But
the last records, excuse me for interrupting you, but the last records we have of the tribe, they numbered around 100 strong warriors.
Oh yeah, that's more than we thought. So I suppose there might still be some there actually then.
Yes. So you do believe they are gathering around the good woods at this moment?
Well, to give an overview of our encounter with them, we approached this ruin for a job, and we intended to sneak in, but we ended up having an altercation with them, and through a bit of luck and a bit of manipulating some of the interior traps and such of the ruin to our advantage, we managed to somehow clear out the ones that were actually in the ruins to begin with. But unfortunately, some more came, some backup. They'd called for them without our realizing, and it was that group we were running from. We barely managed to escape, though we did take a few down in the meantime.
Okay.
So the fact that they were called, if there are as many as you say, then yeah, they're likely.
Well, no, but that
was called.
That is good information. Knowing that they are at least a sizable contingency is gathered in Goodwoods, it does mean that the rest must be near. Usually the tribes travel in... The whole tribe travels, and if they are changing from one location to another. That's good to know. Good. Any other treasures that you have encountered? Anything of value? Anything that doesn't seem to have belonged to orcs? Any jewelry? Any?
Might I ask, before we answer this, because obviously things that we have recovered we prefer to keep,
Yes.
what are your intentions with anything that we might show you, if it is of value?
Well, I will tell you that there are two things. First of all, the fact that you contain certain items will be in itself information. It will
Well,
give
not
us
something we
insight for something that we are looking for. And in case of certain items, they are in your possession, I will be very inclined to purchase them for you. You did earn them, and you need to be rewarded for such things. But there are certain items that do contain, I would say, sentimental value to my employers.
And which items might those be?
I would very much like it if you could provide me with information of what you have, rather than me providing that. I apologize. I am not trying to trick you or anything. It's a very complicated issue. My hands are quite tied. Yes, I'm sorry, Violet. Miss
I
Violet.
mean, we found stuff in the ruins that was pretty interesting, but that was behind a door that was cannot be fully opened. Hadn't been opened by
you
them.
can keep to yourselves. That is not of my employer's interest. It's mostly what the orcs possessed. He pauses for a moment, looks around. Any lockets, any necklaces not made by the orcs, any rings, any bracelets, anything jewelry related, anything possibly magical as well.
Gala's just gonna look to Violet and then keep silent.
He looks to Violet as well.
I mean, they had these orc necklaces and whatnot, but
No pendants.
sorry we can't be of more help.
No rings.
There was a ring that we found in the ruins. But like you said, you weren't really interested in that.
Roll deception.
God. Oh no.
Ooh.
Violet's not a good liar.
Ooh.
That's really good roll. I won't use our hero point on that.
No, that's good.
All right. You see him look. About that ring, then. Can you tell me more about it?
Yeah, we went to have it appraised. Well, we appraised ourselves, but we double checked a lot of these items with individuals in town, and I believe the ring was a ring that granted a degree of resistance to fire, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, it was buried along with some other artifacts in the ruins.
The reason we were in the ruins in the first place was to recover such artifacts. One in particular, but there are several others that we found.
I see. You see him scratch his chin. He looks at you, Violet. You do notice that he keeps glancing at you. Well, I want to inform you. I won't take more of your time. Your information has been valuable so far, and I appreciate that. I wish,
Well, thank you very much.
but I wish to inform you about one thing, which is my employers, apologies, they would appreciate it. In case you've encountered these orcs again, and in case you find any valuable treasures, magic or otherwise, things that the orcs that clearly are not made by the orcs, not like these necklaces. He points at the tusk necklace. My employers are willing to pay a lot of money.
I know you've said that you won't. You're not interested. You'd rather not disclose much, but if you don't mind me making assumptions, is it possible that these orcs stole or are somehow in possession of stolen property from your employer?
Well, I cannot state whether you're right or wrong. I can say that you have an acute perception of things that might or might not be reality. And he gives you a wink.
Gar smirks. I see, thank you. Well, we'll definitely keep an eye out. We definitely wouldn't want to hold on to such stolen property.
Yes.
As,
Of course, rewards are, let's just say, very generous. Incredibly generous. And he
Indeed.
stands up slowly. I do not wish to sour any meals by my presence.
Not at all. You've been nothing but helpful.
If we do, like you said, encounter some of these orcs again, we're traveling up to Griffin's Crest, and we could very well encounter some on the way. How would there be any means of contacting you or your employers?
In Griffin's Crest.
Yes.
Well, he pauses for a moment. There is a tavern called the Courageous Tankard in Griffin's Crest. Gunluda, the owner of the tavern, if you go contact her and say that you wish to have a word with Zephyrin, wait a day or two, and I will find you. Is that acceptable?
Understood.
Good, good. I do travel between the two cities. The two
Madison,
towns.
did you cut out? Or am I deaf?
Did I cut out?
Oh, no, you sounded fine to me. He was just saying that he cut trails between the two cities.
Yeah. I travel quite often between the two towns. So I will, and I do talk with. Oh no! Oh no! We lost RB.
Oh no!
I mean, no.
Oh no! RB?
Anyway.
RB? Yeah. Oh no! Anyway.
Bobby. Oh no!
I'll be right back.
Is Steven here as well? Steven, hello.
Sev? Oh no, is it an America thing? Oh
We
no!
lost the Americans.
Seems like my
no.
connection's
Yes.
coming back in. I can hear you now.
Hey! Hi, Sev.
Hi.
RB?
We've only lost one of the Americans.
The Americans are back!
I
All we had to do was say freedom, and they would show up.
Freedom?
No,
No,
freedom?
you get it wrong. We don't say freedom. We have to threaten their freedom.
Oh, yes, of course,
Okay.
of course.
Okay. So
I
I
say no
Also,
freedom.
we having freedom is a threat to their freedom.
yeah, that's true. Only Americans can have freedom.
Yes.
Okay, so anyways, I got from my end things cut off when it was saying courageous tanker, talk to someone at the owner, and then tell them you want to speak with Saffron. Wait a day or two, and then it was nothing.
Yes. No. Then he simply said that he does travel between the two towns often, and once he gets word that you are looking for him, he will find you.
I understand. Thank you.
Yes. Again, I am so very thankful for being such wonderful individuals and for sharing this information. It is quite valuable, I assure you. He turns towards the one of the waitresses and he whispers something and puts another couple of coins in her hand. You'll find that your stay for the night has also been paid for.
That is very generous of you. Thank you very much.
Of course. I will leave you now. Have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. He gives you a short bow and he trots away. And then the salad arrives.
He trots away. He has
Yay.
feelings.
Sure. Just eating this entire time.
Yeah, the food is really good though.
Oh yeah, Gull is enjoying the food.
I'm not going to look a free meal I didn't have to steal in the mouth.
Gull and neither.
Hey, things in common. Shit, I dropped my dice. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
All right.
I was just gonna frown a bit as she eats some more.
While Gull is eating, she just she kind of she like her shield and stuff will be on the side. Or doesn't have her armor on, but she kind of presses a couple of buttons in between some bites, and like the from like the folded kind of backpack that her armor is, the helmet pops out, which she kind of rests on top of the shield, and she reaches a hand in and again like presses some things and then lifts it up and points it towards Violet for a moment, and then Violet will as if like a message has appeared in like a game, has that like a pop up in her face as Gala casts message to Violet saying we don't have to talk about this now, but if that... I need to check... Hang on. Fuck. Let me restart. We don't have to talk about this now. It doesn't have to be 25 words. That's a different fucking spell.
That's sending. Although message, it is basically just a small sentence, but you can just keep repeating sending message. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Anyway, okay,
If it's like outside of combat and something like that, you can send it like short sentences. It's fine.
Yeah, I got it mixed up with sending. We don't have to talk about this now, but if the spell device thing, magical item we got, is something they're after, then we might want to consider it, since it sounds like it might be originally theirs and they might be quite rich and want it back really badly.
Violet, knowing full well how the spell works, but not exactly sure how it works with this whole text thing.
You may reply to this message.
She's having one of these. She has her like tarot cards, and she's just kind of like, playing, looking through them, like as she typically does, like some sort of like Yu-Gi-Oh player would, viewing their deck. And she just kind of grabs one and it kind of glows a bit.
As you're doing that, you're like going through. You reach Harson's car and you go, "Hey, how you doing?" And then you continue with, "Hey, okay."
I mean, Yes, that's exactly what happened. So, um, I cast a message back, basically saying, "I really don't like how many people keep trying to acquire or get this ring. It makes me very suspicious of it beyond just being a powerful magical artifact. Plus, he reminded me of a salesman and rubbed me the wrong way."
Gala will do her variety of message back and say, well, I think that what's his name? What was the name of the enchanter?
Gimble.
Gimmel?
I think that Gimbal was interested in it purely because it's powerful. It seems it's a very, you know, not even I can tell. I can definitely tell with my knowledge of, magical items and things that it's a pretty, it's not something to sneeze at. It definitely sets a high price. But by the sounds of it, this group we're approached by, this Zephron and whoever he represents, is likely more interested in it for more personal reasons, in addition to its obvious power. But if something belonged to someone, they are likely to want it back even more. Purely the knowledge of the item speaks to a degree of there must be somewhat familiar with it, right? So yeah, I'm just worried about what might happen if we keep it around, if it really is this valuable and this sentimental to what's quite possibly a powerful group.
It's gonna message back. We also don't even know if this group, if they're of malicious or evil intent, or if they're good or whatever. And
Well, we don't.
the fact that, hey, no, this is my message.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
still
sorry.
speaking.
Hey, shut up! This is my message.
I can't interrupt.
Violet starts seeing this stuff like appear in her vision or what. I just kind of ignore.
I was like typing and
No, what you see, Violet, is like there's a little text at the bottom that says Gala is typing.
Do not disturb.
Yeah, so this is basically what's it like on Discord when one person is in voice chat and the other one's just in typing chat. Yeah, this. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, the fact that they were very insistent on just being okay, even if they knew we had it, made it seem like not giving it back to them in one way or another wasn't an option. That it's possible they could have just been taking it by force or whatever. Like I said, it just rubs me the wrong way. And if we counter them in the future and we find other artifacts, maybe it's worth looking into in that regard. But he didn't seem like a bad person, but he still just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
I think that you and maybe Azure as well, you might, it might be, I'm not trying to preach to you or anything, but it's not a bad thing for someone to approach with wanting to get on your good side. Everyone has some kind of ulterior motive, but just because everyone has an ulterior motive doesn't mean we have to shut them down immediately.
I'll keep that in mind. And Violet keeps eating.
Right. Carla will resume her eating and put her helmet back.
All right. By the way, Azure, the salad is mediocre at best.
How's the what was it?
The lamb,
The lamb.
the lamb is fantastic. It's super rich, super flavorful. The meat is super tender. It's wonderful. The salad looks like something they just immediately just washed a couple of vegetables, sliced them up real quick, and just shoved them into a plate and didn't even bother seasoning it.
Man, and here I was expecting a culture full of dwarves and Goliaths to be like super into vegetarian and vegan food.
Yes, how's your vegan options? What's that? Ain't never heard of no vegan meat.
Holy shit, you can eat plants?
All right, so you do have the rest of the afternoon. If there's anything specific you want to do, your room is basically, by the way, your rooms are paid for. So if there's anything specific you want to do, we can do it now. Otherwise, we can just skip to the next morning.
If we're hanging out, Violet will go ahead and just because there's probably like a general store, adventure store. She's just going to go. She just wants to acquire some rope.
There is a general store called Mardred's, owned by Mardred Bothdan. It's a big general store. There's a lot of crates, a lot of there's basically a big warehouse in the back. So yeah, what do you wish to buy?
Just like some, just because we like used it to tie people up, and then they had to cut it and stuff like that. So just some nice rope for purposes of like.
You want some silk
General
rope,
use.
which is the lighter version, more expensive, but it's far lighter.
Same strength, but still stay strength, just a lot lighter.
Yeah, it's basically half the weight of the hempen rope, but it's the
Yeah,
same strength. Yeah, actually,
Yeah, Violet did not inherit
Yeah, it's the same strength.
Violet did not inherit the dwarven sturdiness or strength of one of her parents, so she will get silk rope.
you got noodle arms. Okay, got it. That's gonna be 10
No, she
gold.
has big arms. She has like she's pretty like bulky. She just
Yeah,
she just doesn't go to the gym.
yeah. So that's 10 gold for 50 feet of silk rope.
All right. Pay for it in silver.
Hell yeah. 100 silver? Hell yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, paying in silver is like the most normal thing that everyone does. Not a lot of people just walk around with gold coins,
Yeah.
especially platinum coins. Ooh, dog. All right, anything
Let's
else?
not talk about Electrum.
That's all Violet wanted.
Let's not talk about things that don't exist. Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Shut up, Oshio. Don't remind me. Why is a coin worth half another coin? It doesn't make sense. Okay. So, anything else you wish to buy at the general store or any other store? You do have money, so if you want to buy anything, that's up to you. Going once. Going twice. Okay, apparently everyone's good. I'll take silence as a yes. What?
I said,
Okay, cool. So you go to sleep that night. You take a good slumber, and in the morning you have some breakfast. And I assume you head to the archaeologist's home.
Yep.
All right. All right. So you go to Kipper's home, and
Oh,
is he?
actually,
Yes.
One thing that just came to mind.
Yes.
I identified the stuff from before, didn't I?
You did.
Did I have a gold? Did I have a pearl worth at least 100 GP? I don't think I did.
I don't think you did, but we can.
I think you did. I think you did.
Do you mind, or should I buy one?
How about you just deduct the gold, and just say you bought it before you identify it. Before you identify
I think I
stuff.
remember you saying that Gala had a mechanism with the pearl already inserted in her armor.
Yeah, but that's
I think I remember.
yeah, but that's basically the explanation of how she casts identify.
Oh, okay.
Do you not have? It's 50 gold, right?
It's 100.
It's 100 gold. Do you not have 100 gold?
No.
How much were the potions that we bought? The healing potions?
I believe they were like 75 gold a piece. I believe. Was it the olive concoctions? I think. Yes. So they were 70 gold a piece.
Would Gala be able to afford it if we bought one less healing? Because we had one healing potion and then we bought 3, so we'd each have one.
Hmm.
And I mean, I guess we could view that Azure as a heal bot, so really only the other 3 need healing potions. or I guess it's Gala buying the pearl, so she's the one with that healing potion. I don't know, but that seems the most easy way to make up the money for the gold.
Yeah, I mean, if Azure wants to front the healing potion, I have 30 gold I can make for the rest of the price for the 100. Sound good? Unless you want me to give up my healing potion, I can technically.
You know what? Violet has healing spells too, and she has the ring full of healing spells. Violet will front you the gold.
Thank you, Violet. Okay, let me deduct 30 gold.
And now you have a pearl.
Nice. Sorry, I literally only just, I was just randomly looking through my spells. And I was
completely forgot that you needed a pearl for that.
I assumed that was something that, because when I created my character, I sold a bunch of stuff, so I'd have a lot of gold, and then Rand took it all away in session 1.
Yeah, but 100 gold, no.
No, I didn't. So I was just, in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, that's something Gala made sure to get, before we even started our campaign. And
totally did.
So let's say the first thing you did once you got back to town was get a pearl, and so you could identify stuff. It's perfectly fine. All right. So morning came. You go to the archaeologist, to Kippers, and as you get there, you're like, right. Here's the shield and the sword. I was actually able to deduce the name of the sword, which is quite fascinating, actually. It's actually written, and he points to the hilt. Inside the hilt, it's actually the name of the sword. People used to believe that names have power. He starts going to the spiel. They used to believe that names have power. So naming a sword would make the sword quite more powerful, and engraving that name into the sword will make it that much more powerful and easier to enchant. Primitive
I know the
thinking.
feeling I give names to all of the things I make.
Right. Wonderful traditions. Yes. So this is the horn chopper. And this is the horn chopper. It's apparently the name that was given to it. A beautiful sword. Thank you for letting me study it, and I am already well on my way to studying the ring. I do need some sleep because I didn't sleep last night because I wanted to study the sword and shield. But yes, if you find anything else old like this, and if you want to donate to the museum, you know where to come.
Well, we're considering going to the Temple of Bones if we can somehow get past all the stuff around it. So if there's anything we learn there, then I'll be happy to share my knowledge with you.
You say that, and he immediately goes, "Would you mind leaving the sword and the shield here, since you're going to such a dangerous place?" And you,
We're not necessarily going with those, never mind that.
Actually, yes. I'll need the shield to come back alive.
that was a joke. I was joking.
We'll be fine, don't worry.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Can I insight check to see if he was joking?
Okay, inside check.
On that note, actually, do you mind if I just...
100%
Best
wasn't
natural
joking.
20 ever.
100% wasn't joking. It's like, oh, you're gonna go die, so leave the artifacts here. Oh my god.
Violet's just gonna kind of, presumably Violet's always sitting next to Azure. She's just kind of look over and kind of whisper under her breath, "He wasn't joking."
Yeah, I know.
On that note,
Yeah.
on that note, though, I will just ask. I've asked around about this, but I just want to be sure from someone, such as yourself, who's a bit more learned.
Yes.
This miasma around the Temple of Bones. I've heard that simply being around it is enough to be affected by it. I was wondering because if it's skin contact or if it needs to be breathed in, then countermeasures could be made against it. But if it is just it's a magical effect of the mist, then it's going to be a bit more difficult. I just wanted to see if you had any.
I'm sorry,
knew anything about
I don't know that much about it. The only thing I know is that just being inside it, even if you hold your breath, it's going to affect you. According to the legends, it leaches your soul slowly, bit by bit. So it wouldn't actually matter if you're breathing it in or not.
I see. Well, thank you. That's good to confirm.
Yes. He looks around at all of you. Let me just say one thing. You're good people. I would love to see you again. So be very careful.
We will, don't worry. We're not exactly planning on diving in there.
Well, sure.
Like head first, you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. Well, good day. And slams the door shut. And now you have
I guess
the sword and shield.
I guess he's not really interested.
Right, now we already have
in
Violet,
place,
so
is
now we
he?
just need Scarlet. And our Pokemon game collection will be near completion.
Oh, you were making a joke. Okay.
I like
No,
that.
you have to roll insight to see if I was.
Yeah, so I assume Azure, you take the shield. Azure?
Sure.
Bueller.
I was muted for a long time. Yes, I take the shield.
All right. So you're walking around with 2 shields now. Nice. Double the shield.
Oh yeah. Can I sell one?
You want to go to the armorer real quick and sell the shield? Sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sure. He'll give you 4 gold for it.
I'll take it.
All right. Good dealing with you. Now fuck off.
Thank you. fuck you too. Oh, by the way, you're ugly. I'm a doctor. I should know. But
Anyway, you leave Blaineport. You did say you want to go through the hills, correct? Through the grass plains. Sorry, not through the forest.
just a quick question: how much does the mithril shield weigh?
It's half the weight of a normal shield, so it
Okay,
would
it's
be
3.
3 pounds.
Thank you.
All right. So you said you wish to go through the plains, correct? Instead of the through the forest.
I believe so.
All right. All right. So you start heading out, and you don't exactly need a pathfinder since you do have a well-traveled road to follow, and signs posted. Do you want anyone to be on a lookout, or just casually going? Like anyone specifically, or just everyone just traveling normally?
I should keep an eye out.
All right, roll a perception, is your. All right, cool. So you follow the road. You start in the morning, so you do get the sense that to get to Griffin Crest, you might reach Griffin Crest sometime during lunch the next day if all things go well. And you do find that there's quite a few travelers, at least in the initial part of your travels. From time to time, you do find people with carts going from to and fro. You find a couple of people on horses, a family of farmers from around Blainport that are heading towards Blainport, or from Blainport towards their farms. It's not like you're the only ones on the road. Sometimes you are. Sometimes you go a couple of hours without meeting anyone. But sometimes you travel next to a family that has a few kids that ask you lots of questions that little kids would ask of adventurers and whatnot.
Darla shows off her armor.
And they adore you, and they have like stars in their eyes as they look at you. So cool! Like two boys look at you, and then there's like the big sister, she's just looking away, not impressed.
Garlet is very smug.
Yes, indeed. Everything, like the traveling in general, seems to go well. It's starting to get the sun down. You do see the orange sun in the distance, and you're starting to realize maybe not yet, but very soon you should start to consider packing up and setting up camp. These are just grass plains. There's several hills here and there, but they're not large hills. It's not nothing. At best, 10, 20 feet. The biggest hill you've seen was like 40 feet from ground level. It is actually a very nice place. It's warm, like the overall temperature, because it's the beginning of winter and you're far up north. It's normally very cold, but since you're walking in this vast place with no shade, it does get rather hot after several hours of traveling. But it's manageable. It's fine. And at some point, you're walking and you notice something in the distance. Well, the first one to notice is Azure, but everyone else actually spots it not too long after. You see, the road goes around a hill of sorts, and you see something that is blocking the road. Seems like a cart that has some of the wheels that have been damaged. You see to the left of it, there's these large rocks. You see someone on top of the rocks. And at this moment, you start hearing shouting coming from the rocks as you're getting closer and closer. Everyone roll me a... actually, no. What's your passive perceptions?
12.
12.
11.
Okay. So, Azure, you said 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do hear after closing some distance, the individuals on the rocks, the figures on the rocks, shouting, "Get off the ground! Quickly! Get off the ground!"
They say to get off the ground. What?
And you see them like signaling for you to come in their direction.
Okay.
Oh, well, is there...
Are there any trees nearby or anything?
No trees.
Other rocks?
These are just plains, and you do see the rocks in the distance.
Gala is going to her armor, the jets kind of like whir and suddenly burst to life.
Oh,
As
you're
she-
casting. Are you casting a spell?
Yes.
Okay, before you manage to cast a spell, you all notice from the corner of your eye, there's a rise in the ground as something underground is moving very fast towards you, and then
I
it
hate you.
stops. As you're all gonna roll for initiative.
No.
Hey, remember that part where we were like, man, let's take the road because it'll be safe. Definitely won't have any encounters that way.
Definitely.
I'm sure it will be fine.
All right. I'm gonna put maybe this one. No. Maybe this one?
I keep forgetting to do my Tales from Beyond first thing of
Oops.
the day.
Yeah, I forgot to
Let me
change my
just-
spells after we rested, unless Massive will allow me to, but
I mean, no.
yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh, roll a natural 20. Still not before Violet, though. Interesting. Okay. Let me just put it like this. This should be fine. Actually, go a little bit higher. All right, Violet. You saw that the bump on the ground suddenly stops, but you do feel some rumbling as something big is approaching you. What do you do, Violet?
Okay. Okay, so question. That's
rock. That's a wall.
that's 60. Would that be for that movement? Like, do I need to be? Is that extra climbing movement I have to do? To...
I'm gonna say that's only like 5 feet up, so you can get up to that point without extra movement.
Okay, so the first thing Violet's gonna do is she's gonna. I need to make like a mental note to always do this. I'm gonna activate use a Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action to do my Tales from Beyond. So that's a 3. So that's God, where is it? Cool. Tales of the Beloved. Yeah.
Target and another creature of its choice. It can see within 5 feet, gain temporary hit points equal to the rolling bardic expression. Nice!
Alright, but she's not gonna,
That's
I'm targeting the
That's a cute
targeting-
tale
Oh yeah,
of,
that's
the
a thing.
of the Beyond. That's a cute
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. So instead of using it, Violet's gonna use her action to dash and
Okay, okay.
move up there.
All right, you all see Violet just bolts out of there faster than all of you. All right, I believe that's all.
But Violet's so trusting of you usually that she heard get off the ground, and she was just like, "Don't have to tell me twice."
Okay, you do see that on the rock there's 3 dwarves and an elven woman, and she seems to be of high elven descent, probably. She does have red hair, but they can have, but whatever. Not the time for that. But they are like holding out their hands. Come on, hurry, hurry! All right. It is the monster's turn. Give me a moment. All right, so. Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. Suddenly, out from the ground, Gala, Azure, Sherry, and well, Violet, you do see, but behind you, as you're dashing away. This is like midway through your dash towards the rock. Your friends were a little bit slower on the reaction time, and you see this large, armored creature pop out of the ground with this large gaping maw and large claws. It bursts out. And the mouth is already in the process of trying to bite clean through. Let's see. Between Gala or Azure, which one is it attacking? It's going for Azure.
I figured.
Gala's too small.
Gala's covered in metal.
It's going for the bigger one.
All right, so it tries to bite. What's your AC?
16.
16. That is a hit. I need more dice.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Wait, is it 16? How much does chainmail give?
I mean, it's what it says on your character sheet.
It doesn't account for shield.
Chainmail is 16.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will be 18.
I mean, you're
no,
not
I'm not
walk-
gonna let shield equip.
You don't. Yeah, you're not usually walking around with the shield on. You can put it on
Yeah.
as a free action though, because it's a mithril shield. So that's nice.
Yeah,
But not on this turn.
so it's 16. It's
All
16,
right.
yeah.
So this giant mouth comes out of the ground. This almost like shark mouth just closes in around Azure, dealing. Oh no. Plus 22 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a nasty fucker. Azure, it just bit into you. You managed to pull your arm out, and you all notice as part of Azure's armor has been ripped to shreds around the arm and the chest area. It didn't hold on to you, but you're like bleeding from your arm. You're dazed as the creature at this moment is getting ready to bite at well, one of you at this moment, but it just stays there for now. That's its turn. Sherry, my dear, it's your turn.
Okay, just making sure I'm not muted.
You're
Sherry
not.
is going to do the old classic. She's going to pull out a rapier, move
Aha.
5 feet here, and then go.
All right, that is a hit, I think.
And
That
this
is a
is the booming blade. So
Oh, you have to tell me, for future reference, you have to tell me that you're using Booming Blade.
okay, I'm using booming blade.
Okay.
I hit the damage button, but it didn't. So
All right. So that's 13 damage. So you stab into it, and you notice something. You did find a gap between its almost like metallic coating around its most of its body. You found a gap, and you stabbed it. It doesn't seem too bothered by it, but you did do something.
all right, and then bonus action disengage. 5, 10, 20, 25.
All right.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. Sure. You just got bitten by this giant thing.
She will, first of all, cast Cure Wounds on herself at second level.
I thought she was, first of all, panicking.
No. She's not panicking
Alright,
at the moment.
cool. Good to know.
At the moment. Where is it? Where is my Cure Wounds? There we go.
It should be in the spell list.
It is.
Ooh, 13, nice.
Plus. A plus. Where is it? How much is it? Plus 4, so 17.
Wait, you cast it at second level?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, plus 4.
And as a free action, she's going to take out the shield. And she's going to move over here.
Alright. So she basically circles
Thank you.
around the creature. Okay.
Yes.
It looks around with its gaping maw turn different size. Each teeth of this thing looks like a dagger. A curved dagger.
Can you try to figure out what this is? But
Sure, roll a nature.
I have nature.
Alright, then roll nature.
It's
It's a big
looks like a
It's a big thing. It's a big nasty thing that hurts a lot.
Okay. I know what this is. It's a dagger dirt frog.
Sure. Gala, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. This creature,
Yes.
does it have eyes?
It does have small, tiny, beady eyes.
Okay. Do I know anything about this creature?
You can roll a nature, yes. A 13. You've heard
10.
tales. You've heard tales of a creature that uses a large creature that hunts by traveling underground. It's often nicknamed the land shark. Dangerous, armored creature, a monster that is known for being able to catch horses from underground and pull them under, never to be seen again. This one looks nasty.
Okay.
They're armored, by the way. You do notice immediately their backs are basically covered in this steel-like rock formation.
It's a land shark. I think we should get to that rock. I'll try and this might be able to. I might be able to distract it with this as Gala. She pulls out her shield. Wait,
Okay.
I wouldn't have my shield out already, would I? Would that be
Nope.
an action to take it out? Or?
It's an action to equip the shield unless you have some artificer's stuff that says otherwise.
No, I don't think so.
Then it's an action to equip your shield.
Okay. In that case, yes, I'm going to equip. Okay, so Gala is going to. She's going to equip her shield, so she pulls out her shield from her back. And. Is it. Sorry, I didn't think of this until just now. Where's my armor? The. Helmet. I mean, yeah, I
What?
guess we wouldn't have the helmet on, but it doesn't really matter actually, technically. Never
Yeah.
mind. I'm talking for myself. Gala pulls out the shield, and she is going. So that's her action to
Yes.
take out her shield. Then as a bonus action, her the generators, the rockets in her boots, they begin to like whir, and they begin to crackle with this energy as Gala's just like, I'm going to the rock. Oh, that's not Gala's voice. I'm going to the rock. Oh, see you there. As she suddenly, these boots kind of, they whir until like there's kind of steam hissing out of them as they overcharge with this like booming electrical pulse as Gala suddenly vanishes and she appears 30 feet away as she casts Misty Step.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, there's actually this trembling in the air as she disappears and appears elsewhere.
So that's a bonus action. And then with movement, she's going to go towards the rock. You said it's 5 foot to climb?
This one is 5 foot.
Or...
This one is 5
Oh,
foot.
okay.
This one is 10 feet up. Actually, no, this one is
Okay.
more like 15 up. This is 5 feet, more or less. So this
Okay,
one
Violet's
will
kind
require
of in the-
climbing.
Okay, Violet's kind of in the way, so I'm just going to move like here, I guess.
Okay, so you're partway through climbing it.
Yeah, Gala's in the process of climbing, and she's just shouting back to Sherry and Azor, just try and get away from it as fast as you can. It seems quite dangerous.
All right,
If it comes here, I can try and stun it, maybe. I don't know.
all right, Violet. It is
Wait,
your
is it a land shark or is it a dagger mouth horned
It's a land
frog?
shark. Listen to Azure.
Don't listen to it. I love that.
Whatever you are, you get away from my best friend, Dissonant Whisper. And she's gonna cast Dissonant Whisper on it at first level.
Ooh. Ooh. That is a fail. So that's 13 psychic damage, and it has to run away. It's on.
Oh wait, that's big.
With its maximum as far away, its max movement.
As a reaction, correct?
Yep.
All right.
Let me,
Well, actually, kind of doesn't change anything, but
All right.
immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
All right. Actually,
So it has to
yeah,
move.
away from you. So
Yeah.
it was here, if I remember
Yep.
correctly. Actually, and so away from you would be 40 feet here.
Oh, hey, it moved.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh.
it does take the 6 booming blade damage, and Azure, you do gain attack opportunity on it.
the booming blade synergy.
Okay, Azure will kick it.
Okay, sure, go ahead. Unarmed
You don't have a weapon.
Nope.
Nope.
Azure took out the shield to be able to cast spells without
That's right.
with both hands.
Uh,
Try to punch it. Try to
Okay.
kick it.
Do I have proficiency with an armed attack?
Everyone has proficiency with an armed attack, so just roll strength with proficiency. Or roll one of your weapons. It's the same thing. 17.
It's just that monk or the new fighting style they gave fighters in like Tasha's, I think.
Yeah. So
Only do 1 damage.
yeah. So you actually managed to kick it and deal 1 point of damage. Just
No, I did
barely.
2 points of damage.
You have +1 strength?
Oh. Yes.
Hell yeah! You dealt 2 points of damage as it buried it.
Zero just like kicks it in the balls.
You found a chink in the armor, but it's still just
It's
a
in the
kick.
bag.
Yeah, yeah.
It's in the bag, that's gonna kill it.
Violet, that is your turn, I assume.
That's why. Actually, and then hold on a sec. Let me double check with the range. I'm gonna inspire. I think it's 60 feet. Yeah, I'm going to inspire Azure.
Ooh, okay.
Thank you. Yay.
And then with my movement, I'm going to. Can I move up there with just my movement?
Yeah. So basically, it'll cost you 10 feet to. Actually, that's 10 feet. So it'll cost you 20 feet to get there.
Okay, and then that where I was 10 feet, so plus 20 feet, so that's 30 feet. Okay.
Okay. I will say this. I love Paralyte. Paralyte. Dangerous. Pretty sure it just wants to cuddle. Yeah, totally. Paralyte knows what's up. All right. That's Violet's turn. Now it's its turn, and it's Angie. You see it turns towards the one that stabbed it, Sherry,
Oh no!
and starts rushing at Sherry. But it can't reach Sherry because it's 45 feet away from Sherry. So it just attacks Azure because it's the closest person. Hey, it is what it is. Can't reach Sherry, just goes angry and attacks Azure. Ooh, actually, let me see if I can use one of its abilities. Let me just check.
No, it can't. Sorry to inform you.
No, it can't.
Yeah, it actually can't do anything. It can just only stay in spot
Okay.
and die.
So it does a deadly leap attack. So you do see it start to rush at full speed towards Azure. Jumps up 15 feet in the air, and then comes down like a crashing meteorite towards Azure. Azure, roll a strength or dexterity saving throw, please. Actually, it goes like this. That is a pass. That is good. So you're only going to take... You're not knocked prone, and you're only going to take half of this damage that I am about to roll. You don't have resistance to bludgeoning or slashing, correct? Azure?
Bueller.
God damn it, I was... Yeah, I don't have any resistance to that.
So you would have taken 24 points of damage, but it's reduced to 12 points of damage. And you are not knocked prone. So you actually... Boop, you manage to dodge right at the last moment as it comes crashing down. You raise your shield, manage to absorb some of the damage, and not take the full brunt of the attack. but you do take 12 points of damage. But that is actually its turn. Sherry,
Yay.
it isn't. Yay, Sherry, it's your turn.
Alrighty then.
Hmm. Yes, quite the predicament.
It is next to me again.
It is next to you again. Yes.
So, I'm gonna booming blade stab at it.
Ooh, go ahead.
I hit the rapier button.
You'll
Fine.
get there eventually. There we go.
Why is it advantage toggled?
Well, it's the first one, the 16, and unfortunately, your blade hits it at a weird angle. One of its armor plating on the back just deflects the blade, and the booming blade energy just dissipates.
Okay.
So AC is 17. Got it.
You're learning.
Oh.
So, Sherry, that's your action.
And then bonus action disengage.
Ahaha! Okay. Very well then. Azure, it is your turn, my good woman.
Well, Azure is going to take an action to disengage. Moving towards here. And as a bonus action, she's going to cast Healing Word at 2nd level on herself.
Ahaha.
Actually, at 1st level. At 1st level, yeah.
Okay.
Should be okay.
Heal yourself. Heal thine self.
So 5 plus 3, 8.
Alright, so you heal for 8.
And that's her turn.
Alright, Gala!
Okay, so Gala is gonna looking back, seeing Azure and Sherry still on their way here. Gala's going to Gala's gonna stop climbing. Yeah, Gala's gonna stop climbing.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to go. Hang on. Sorry, I just need to do some measuring. It's not ideal. Actually, no, I can go there. I go. Apologies, I should have done this before. Yeah, she's gonna run past to here, and she kind of hoists her shield, and looks back to Azure and Sherry, and just shouts like, "I'm on top of the rock. If it comes past me, I'm gonna try and keep it back." As she kind of plants her shield in the ground, and it starts to kind of hum with energy as she uses a bonus action to give herself some temporary hit points.
Okay. Also, hero point from Scribs, one of the queens.
Thank you. And B, she is holding an action. She's specifically holding a spell. She's holding Thunderwave.
Ooh.
And she's holding it for if the creature comes like in range of it, basically.
Okay.
So it comes towards her.
Okay.
Wait, so it's a 15-foot cube, so no, that's so it's It's not.
It's a 15-foot cube, and it doesn't have to be centered around you. It can
Yeah, it can
just
be.
originate from you.
Yeah, it can originate from you. It can be like.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It can be like
I always
15,
think of it as
15
me-
feet.
I was-
As long as you're adjacent to one of the
Oh,
one of the
okay.
sides.
In that case, I don't need to go quite that far back. I might actually be there instead.
Yeah.
And it's just aimed towards whatever angle the.
It's just one of the edges or corners just has to be adjacent to you
Right.
or be touching
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
That makes more sense.
like something like this, perhaps. Not well.
That's more than a 15-foot. Is it? I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
you,
It's
you,
fine.
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah. So that's what Gala is doing. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Violet, it is your turn. Miss
Violet
talk to their people.
wants to give this option to get close to her friends. She's going to yell out, said, "I said stay away! Dissonant whispers!" And cast it again. First
Okay.
level. Yeah, that's a good roll.
Ooh, that is a natural 16 plus.
Yeah, no, I mean, the DC is 14, so
No, you could have had
is a negative
minuses.
3.
Yeah, it could have had a -3. You don't know. Usually wisdom for animals. Animals do sometimes have good wisdom. Yeah, so it passes. It still takes half damage, correct?
Yeah, so yeah, it takes half damage.
Okay. Take four psychic damage. Doesn't know where from, but it's taking that damage. It's angry.
And is that a spot Violet can move to right there?
Yes.
Okay, just because she has friends that are coming up and there's only so much room, she's gonna just scoot back again.
Okay. Yeah, you do notice that this dwarf here, and actually, this dwarf girl here, she is like reaching down, holding out her hand, prepared to grab anyone that she can reach and pull up. All right. It's the monster's turn, the land shark's turn. And here's where it gets fun. Gala, Sherry, Azure, as you're running away, you do see it starts burrowing into the ground, underground. You do see one of the spikes on its back. While it's underground, it's slightly peeking out of the ground as it starts to move. Underground. Gala, you know that if you trigger your spell now while it's underground, it's not going to affect it. But then you
It's not gonna
see...
be- Oh, continue. Sorry.
But then you see it comes out of the ground suddenly, the large gaping mouth towards Sherry, the one that has been attacking it. Gala, you can immediately trigger your attack.
I do so.
All right.
So Thunderwave, which is a Constitution save.
Constitution save. Has a good constitution. Fuck, yeah, no, that's... What's the DC?
13.
Oh, no, let's say it passes.
Pretty bulky. I mean, that's half damage still. So, and even though it did save, hang on, let me do the damage first.
Yes.
So half of that, which is 6 damage.
6 damage, okay.
Even though it did save, so this creature was burrowing, right?
Yee.
And Thunderwave on use creates a thunderous boom audible at 300 feet. When it's burrowing, how is this creature getting around? Just saying.
Mm-hmm. I'll take
just
that.
saying,
I'll take that
consider
into
it.
account. Sure.
All
But
right,
it's still
that's-
trying to
that's-
bite
there you go.
Sherry, though. I'm gonna say It has disadvantage on this attack against Sherry because its senses have been messed with. So
Yeah.
it will attack with disadvantage. Sherry, what is your AC?
14.
14. Okay. Okay. It's still a hit. Even with
It
disadvantage.
doesn't really matter if it's
Your
not
voice is
seeing where
cutting
it's
out.
going because it's just a gigantic freaking train
Yes.
just barreling in our general direction.
Yeah, so this giant mouth comes out. You see this giant mouth comes out of the ground, actually swallowing some dirt, and it's basically reaching out for the small little halfling girl. Thunderwave hits it, and it's actually shifts direction, trajectory a little bit, but it still closes in around Sherry. So it would have dealt. It would have dealt 28 points of damage. However, it only deals half of that. So 14 points of damage.
Ow!
But unfortunately, Sherry, it's holding on to you. And you all see as it starts pulling Sherry underground with her. So Sherry, you see it burrowing again, and it's currently 5 feet underground at this moment. With Sherry in its mouth.
Oh no.
Yes. By the way, Sherry, you're so small, most of your body is in its mouth. Alright. So, after that terrifying event, Sherry, it's your turn. You are currently being grappled and restrained by this creature's mouth underground.
Oh no. Is there any way I could try to get out?
You can use your action to do it, or you can attempt it at the end of your turn.
I will use my action to try to get out.
Okay. So roll. This would be either an athletics or an acrobatics. In your case,
This
I
is
know what you're
escaping
doing.
a grapple.
This is escaping a grapple. Yes.
I will use acrobatics.
All right. Go ahead. Yeah, you have advantage because of your nimble.
Nimbleness feat.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, let me just check real quick what the DC is. So that's... DC, yep, that's a pass. 18 is a pass. You managed to slither your way out of this dreadful gaping mouth of razor-sharp fangs.
Bonus action disengage.
Okay.
1, 2.
You climb out of the hole.
3.
You all see Gala, Azure, and Violet, and everyone else sees Sherry gets pulled under, and then suddenly she just jumps out, covered in blood, like her whole torso covered in blood. And she's like, she just starts climbing as fast as she can.
Nope.
Hell yeah. Azure, it's your turn. Why, yes, Scribs. This thing is on the ground.
Azure will move over here to the stone, and
Alright.
she'll prepare an action to cast Healing Word at second level on Gala
On Gala?
if she's attacked.
Oh, if she takes damage, then.
If she takes damage, yes.
Alright. That's perfectly fine. Gala, it is your turn.
Okay, Gala is going to bonus action disengage and then run towards the
You don't
rock.
have to disengage. The creature is underground.
Oh yeah. Well, she's just gonna run towards the rock, then climb up.
Okay.
So it'll be. He was there, so that's 15 there, and then 5 up, and then 5. So that's 25. I guess she'll. Yeah, I would only be able to go 5 and be halfway up climbing, so she'll just wait on this slightly lower. No, I can. I still have my action, like, don't I?
Yeah, because you didn't. I think you only used movement, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll wait. Is there enough space up there for everyone?
Doesn't seem so. Seems like one of you is going to be left out.
Hmm.
Actually, one of you is going to be left out, and another one is going to be like balancing the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you throw one of the people that are up there.
Well, you could hold them up.
You can definitely try.
Sherry can just, piggyback on someone.
Alright, anyway, yeah, Gala's gonna, I guess she'll action to climb up, and she's gonna, yeah, if she's trying to make any room she can, I suppose, for
Okay.
any who's trying to climb
Is she going into small armor mode?
that would take. I've used all of my. I've used an action. Wait, I haven't used a bonus action because I didn't need one, did I? Is it a bone? No, it's an action to remove it, isn't it?
No. I'm saying like remove the stilt. Like just she shrinks into her feet.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's my turn then.
All right. Oh yeah, we're running over time. I am so sorry, everyone. All right. At this moment,
Isn't it in 15 minutes that's overtime?
No, this is the normal. Well, this is the normal time for us.
Yeah, this
it's
is
over
normal time
15
for
minutes
them.
over.
Yeah, we're 15 minutes over. It's daylight savings, everyone. It's bullshit.
Daylight savings.
Yeah.
No.
But real quick, Violet, it is your turn.
Violet is going to, using her action, she's going to bestow her Hail the Beloved Friends on, on Sherry.
Okay.
So it can do gains a roll temporary hit points equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die plus my charisma modifier, and then can give the same to another creature of Sherry's choice.
Okay.
So that's 4 plus 4, so that's 8 temporary hit points for Sherry. And
So that's
I
8 temporary
presume
hit
it's
points
your-
to Sherry, which I am going to.
right. So BRB. I'll give it to Azure, and therefore Azure is forced to give it to Sherry.
Azure, you gain 8 temporary hit points, and Sherry is also going to gain 8 temporary hit points. All right, there we go.
And then with her bonus action, she is going to cast Healing Word on Sherry.
Okay.
So
Heal yourself.
max healing.
Nice.
Cool. I'll
Heal
say-
yourself, girl.
Nice.
You actually hear as you take out the card for the healing word. Fuck, it's Harson. As you go, hey, how you doing? Get yourself healed, girl. And suddenly Sherry.
Can the healing word just be a?
Hey. Hey. All right. Yeah. I was helpful. All right. It is the creature's turn. And you all see as it pops its head out for a moment. And then it dives into the ground. And you hear it digging under the ground. But it doesn't attack this turn. It's digging and digging. Close. But for now, it's not yet reaching you, those on the rocks. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session, because we're over time now. And yeah. Also, by the way, Sev, Sherry has 8 temporary hit points, and she got healed. Just so you know.
Somebody added it to me. It looks like, yeah.
I did, yes. But yes. Currently, you're in a bit of a predicament. You're on a lifeboat, surrounded by a big, big shark that is awaiting you. But that will be for the next session. Ooh. All right, let me just find someone real quick to raid. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the session.
Hell yeah.
I did.
Ah, it was fun.
Hell yeah.
Everyone keeps trying to steal my ring of spell scoring. I don't like it.
You call it stealing when they specifically said that they would pay reward for the.
Okay,
for
sorry,
items.
stealing is wrong. Everyone
Man.
keeps trying to take.
If we when we're going to this other city, I forgot it's Griffin Crest, whatever it's called. If we get
Griffin
there,
Crest,
and
yes.
someone else wants that spell string thing, I swear to God.
Everyone dies. Don't care anymore. Everyone dies. As per usual, we like to raid VTubers who play D&D.
Yeah.
I don't know this person. Let me just confirm if they're speaking English real quick. It's English.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nice.
Have I rated them before? I don't remember. Whatever.
Doesn't
We're
matter.
rating it.
Guys, remember if you haven't already, donate to the horror stream
Yes.
before you raid.
Yes.
That is unnecessary. That
This
is
is your-
No,
unnecessary.
just use as much dice. You can only do it once
Mhm.
per stream, so as much dice as you can,
Yeah.
up to 2,000, just right now.
That is fine. The time is going to run out, and we're not going to meet the goal, and I am very happy with that.
Well, you should extend it because you had to cancel some streams, right?
Yeah.
So, it should be extended by a couple days.
I already extended it by 5 days because of that. So you know what? I'm ahead of you, motherfucker. Yeah, that's what's up. Anyway, thank you so much to my wonderful players, and I'm sorry I was late. Daylight savings is confusing, and you can bet that next week it's going to be the same thing because it's still daylight savings. It's
Don't
still gonna
look at
affect
me.
it.
I'm the one that posted the link to that thing that allows us to set times so the display and
know.
local
I
times
used
are-
it. I used it.
And I did too. I just got distracted with life stuff. But anyway, thank you to my
okay.
players.
That's also.
I love you all.
I was late.
Yeah, but I love you all. Let's give them some love. The Valerie Volp, and yeah, love you all.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
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 everyone.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.